Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks from, NFL doubleheader today. Also, 2 from Major League Baseball. Well, Seattle takes that 1-0 lead. Credit Seattle with that performance yesterday after that. Javon was on his island, and it came through. So
come on.
There you go. Good job there by Seattle, pitching-wise, to get it done. In the bullpen, that's for Toronto. We'll see if they can wake up today. I don't want to say must win because some of these teams we see them come back from 0-2, but they got to have it. Almost you feel like you got to have this one in game 2. We got, I think, a 10-game card from the Ice NHL as well. We're still waiting for the NBA. I think a week and a day away, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's a Tuesday or a Thursday when they start, but we're going to get into next week is when the NBA starts, and we'll be looking forward to that. I think the injuries are coming in again. I think another name that fell in. Name escapes me though, but. We'll keep an eye on that for you guys. But, guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build our audience when we do that. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Let's say hello here. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. Coming off of 0-4 day. It was pretty fantastic there with losing everything I had there. But we did get a George Springer home run, so nice silver lining to the end of the day. Blue Jays dropped it. Yeah, whatever. It's game 1. Still got 6 more to go. Not sweating it. Kermit and his Muppets won in Arrowhead. Good job. What else do you expect from Kansas City? They're at home. They're going to win. Whatever. I don't know. I still think Montgomery and Gibbs had a better showing than Pacheco and Hunt. We'll revisit that. But anyway, just ready to get to it today. Not mad about it. Just ready to go.
Yep. I'm in your shoes, too. I had a rough – no, 2 and 3. I had a rough one on Saturday. I was that Lions injury report scared me off them. I thought the over come in, didn't get there. But let's say to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
All right. Winning day yesterday in NFL. I had Detroit as a loser myself. Had that early, and I knew you were going against it. You're coming out of. I bet them before the Monday night game, and I was like, if Kansas City loses, the sky's falling. It'll be on them. I had a bad number at 1. Didn't make a difference anyway. Can't dwell on it. Still a winning day. They're going 4-2, 5-2 in NFL. Hit the baseball game. Had Seattle. College football split out again. 2 weeks in a row. 12, 11, and 10, whatever. 10 and 11, something like that. Start out nice, right? We have a nice early start to the week, boom, boom. And then my late, I couldn't catch anything. Arizona State, Utah State, just all down the drain to kill really. 2 weeks in a row, you figure you get a couple close ones go your way. Changes the whole aspect of the game. Change the whole, still, whatever. What are you going to do? Like Chris, you're just frustrated a little bit. You're like, ugh. You're on top and you can't just get over that little hump a little bit, but. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. New week. We got football tomorrow, college. Crazy. 7-day week football. Here we go.
There we go.
Last Wednesday, and I think it's a fast ride.
Yeah,
it'll be New Year's Eve soon enough.
Yep. I think last Wednesday started a day of 49 straight days of football. That's what we're going to have here. Yep, absolutely. That's Alessandro's. We can come off a pretty good day yesterday. Alessandro, what's happening?
Nothing much. 5-1 day for me. Not too bad. Back in the profit this week as well. Good 7 days. Good day yesterday. Got the NFL back in the green. Now it's time to work on college football. Get that back in the green. But, just looking forward.
Yeah. Alessandro said now he knows where his eyesight's the best. He's going to lay off some at UFC and focus on some of the sports that he's
just UFC. The only thing you can touch is favorites. That's why I give out the sleazeball parlays, man. They barely give out dogs anymore. What can I say?
Kind of going through that stretch right now, no doubt. Let's say hello to Javon. Javon, what's going on?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. It was a big day in terms for me and just in terms for sports, I look at yesterday as just a great day overall. This is why we love Octobers, right? This is all the sports are combined. You got WNBA, MLB, you got NBA coming up. NHL is just firing off. I mean, this is really the best time of the year right here is mid-October, just because of all the sports combined. And then when you have a day like yesterday, James Franklin getting fired, you got The Kansas City Chiefs kind of returning to the old. When you look at the Chiefs, it's been the same disrespect since the Super Bowl, and that was just one of those games last night where the disrespect had to stop. Right? It was like, come on, man, you guys have been slaughtering us since the Super Bowl. It's just been getting worse and worse each week. They started out, what was it, 2-3. Now they're at 3-3, and look, that was just one of those games, man. You don't bet against Mahomes. It's kind of like the Brady effect, whatever you want to call it. That was just one of those games. And then you look at the Mariners, man. Where's my camera at? Toronto. Chris tried to tell you, don't pitch to Riley. What is wrong with you? If you want to win the game, come to Tony'sPicks.com. I know somebody that might be able to save your season, but you didn't even listen. You pitched to that man. Come on, man. Let's go, Mariners. Let's go. I'm pumped. Chris, listen, man, you're still the man, because when you call things like that and they don't listen, man, it's you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink it, baby. So let's go, Mariners. I'm turned up. I love it. Yeah, that's all for me, man. It was a beautiful day. And even in the NFL, just all day, I had a couple drops there. Chargers, I up-talk you. You can't pull through. Herbert, you're not trash. But Chargers, come on, man. Derwin James, you could have brought that back. It's all good, man. New day, new dollar. Let's get to it. I'm hyped.
Yep. Looking forward to the day today. Excellent day. Thanks to Hector for the super chat there. Appreciate you there. There you go. All right.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, 2 or 3 day. I went Splitsville with the NFL. Had the best bet come in with the Steelers there. We were talking about that before the show. Spot of the century there. With a team coming off a bye, facing a team coming off a European trip, not taking the bye, rookie quarterback. And so it goes, the Pittsburgh Steelers look like they're the front runners in the division. Who's going to stop them? I don't. Only themselves, because I think only themselves. I don't think the other teams are going to really, push them. But of course, we know self-destruction is part of sports. So I'm not going to crown anyone this early in the NFL. Yeah, I had missed my baseball, so we'll get back here on it as well. So let's get to the sports. We'll start here with the NFL, because it's the NFL doubleheader. 7:15 start time for game one. Bills and Falcons. We've seen this line move myself. We still see a 4.5. DraftKings been kind of giving you a little. If you had value on the dog, I've been seeing that. Like yesterday, the Chargers, there was a 4.5 yesterday. I think there was another game where they were ahead of, where the number was kind of wacky. But DK has 4.5. Everybody else here 3.5. Pinnacle 4. So this number you should shop to get the best number there. Total sits here at 50. But be careful getting those best numbers. They may cut you off at some point. You're always trying to get the best number from them. But that won't happen when we move into the prediction markets, right? When it becomes a commodity, we won't have to worry about that, hopefully. Bears, Commanders. The Commanders here, 5.5. I don't know where the 5s are, but they're not there anymore. And the total sits here at 49.5. That moved from the opener of 5 there. So we'll start it off here with Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Buffalo-Atlanta game, we're going to take the over 49.5. You look at Buffalo. When the total's sitting around 49.5, they are 5-0 since the 2024 season to the over. So I'll take the over there. I think we see some points in that one. Not a lot of defense probably in that one. And then I'm taking the 5.5 with the Washington Commanders at home to get it done against the Bears in that situation. So yeah, there you go.
Here we go here with Chris. Move on over to Sean.
All right, we got. Man, which one should I give? I got. Let's go with the Bears here. Let's go Bears. They're off their bye. If you're gonna have a good game and be in anything, forget winning. It's 5.5. You get within a field goal. This is the game. This is a game with a new coach. Your rookie coach, or not your rookie, but for all intents and purposes, second-year guy, rookie, new guy, new coach. This is the game you should be 100% ready for. Forget about week one. Your butterflies there at home opener. This is a good spot for you. So take care of business here. I'm expecting a strong performance. I got them again at I think a 4.5. Whatever. It's up to 5.5. Bears here for me on a Monday night double dipper. I'm not a lover of the Bears. I'll bash the Bears. I have two win totals for the season: Bears under and Miami under. But this is a spot I'm gonna think they're gonna show up a little bit.
All right, looking for a show. Just to give an update on weather, of course, Atlanta's in a dome. In Washington, as we know in that area, rain in the forecast, 56% chance of rain. Wind to the north at 13 miles per hour. There'll be a lot of live check-ins from this game. You guys should be able to get live check-ins probably 2 hours on ESPN even NFL Network. So if you want to see weather conditions, just keep your eyes on it, because these guys love to do their pregame shows from the site. So keep an eye on Washington, see what the rain looks like. We move on over to Alessandro.
First game here, Bills and Falcons. I like the Bills to cover the -4.5, and I like the over in this game. I think the Falcons will be playing catch up, and I like the over because I think Penix late in the game in the fourth quarter, they're going to be down, but I see the Atlanta Falcons having to throw the ball a lot, like a 34-20 type game. Bills are averaging 31 points per game. The Falcons just gave up 30 points, got shut out a couple weeks ago to the Panthers. I can definitely see the Bills putting up 30 points. So I like the over, and I like the Bills to cover. And then the second game here, I love the Bears tonight. We got a revenge spot here with that Hail Mary game from last year. I think the Commanders' defense is not as good as the Bears' defense. The linebackers in the middle of the defense for the Bears are two of the best in football, in my opinion. You got two 6'4", 6'5" linebackers here in Tremaine Edmonds and Noah Sewell, 27 years old, 24 years old, young in the prime of their career. And then you look at the Commanders' defense, at least in the middle, you got Bobby Wagner, who's 38 years old or something, a dinosaur in this game. It's not 2013 anymore. And then all of the weapons that are out for the Commanders, Noah Brown's going to be out. Deebo Samuel's questionable. Scary Terry's going to be out. They got this 7th-round draft pick in at running back. You go look at what Chicago has. They have DeAndre Swift, 2,200 yards rushing the last 2 years, a top 10 back in this league. It's Bears all the way. Don't overthink it. Revenge spot. Take the points.
There we go from Alessandro on over to Javon.
Yeah, I like the under in this matchup between Buffalo and the Falcons. I think this game is going to be dictated by the run game. You got Bijan Robinson, James Cook, two of the best to do it. We talk about midseason form. I know a lot of these primetime games have been hitting the over, but we're in the middle of the season. This is why I expect the defenses to be at the top of their game. At least that's what I think. And so for those reasons alone, I like the under. Like I said, I think this game is going to be dictated by the run game. And I believe those defenses can hold the majority of this action below the total. When it comes to the Commanders and Bears, I'm back and forth. I thought Bears last night. I woke up. Sean told me a couple things. Now I'm kind of thinking Commanders. It's all about that line. Right now, I don't know where you guys see that line at. I see it at 4.5. It keeps kind of just jumping around 4.5, 5.5. If it lands on 5.5, I'm taking Commanders, and it's B2A. That's just me.
No way.
Yeah. If it lands on 5.5, that's just me.
I don't.
That's
see
really
5.5. 5.5 everywhere.
5.5. I don't get the difference. Suddenly it's 5.5. That makes you say B2A, but if it's 4.5, it's not B2A. I don't get that. But okay.
Yeah. That's just me, man. We'll take Commanders B2A minus 5.5.
Here you go. A home blowout win for Commanders, says Javon there. I'll tell you what I think about the games here. Atlanta's coming off a bye week. I just don't know if I can trust the Bills defense here on the road to lay a number with them. I'm going to take Atlanta here plus the 4. Atlanta's numbers have been passing numbers have really caught my attention. Now you can see the home road splits. Atlanta here at home, 69% completions, 8.8 yards per pass attempt throwing on this Buffalo defense that's given up 146 yards rushing a game, 5.5 yards on the ground. And you look at the Falcons defense. They've done a pretty good job against the pass this year. I can only look here at taking the points here with Atlanta at home here against the Bills. I'm just not a big fan of this Bills defense. I know they're coming off a loss last week, but hey, the game lands 2 or 3. You win no matter who wins if you have Atlanta plus 4 in your pocket. So I'll look at the Atlanta Falcons in that one. Yeah, I kind of agree with Javon. I was kind of back and forth with this one between the Bears and the Commanders. I've just been burned too many times on the Bears. Either when I take them, they don't cover, and it's every time I take them, it's an underdog spot. So because that's usually when I'm looking. I would never lay the Bears as a favorite. So I don't even know if they've been a favorite. I can't remember when they've been a favorite, but that's one team that I don't have luck with. I went against them against the Raiders, and look what happened last. Their stat numbers look horrible, and they still beat the Raiders. That's how disgusting that game looks. But if you're looking at home road splits, they have that blowout defeat at Detroit that's kind of skew the numbers a little bit. But man, the one thing that stood out to me is the Commanders' defense at home, get up 3.3 yards per rush, 6.3 yards per pass attempt. Here's the thing that kind of lean me in the direction of Washington. It's just kind of a lean, nothing strong in my book. Will not be won't make a bet on this game. But the Bears as a road dog of 7 points or fewer, They're 3-9 to the spread. And yeah, it's kind of tough for me. I can only look at Washington there in that spot.
And besides the notable injuries that we know of, Samuel, whoever else, right? This is still a Commanders team that made the NFC Championship. I don't know why they're being disrespected the way they are in most of these games and most of these lines. I think they're going to come up, show out, especially at home. They're going to remind you guys who was in the NFC Championship last year. That's even more reason to pull out that belt and lay it. That's just me.
There you go. I think it's 5.5. I think that's some. I don't think that's disrespect. For a Bears team coming off the bye week, and of course, you always have to worry about Jaden Daniels' knee, right? How's that going to react? He missed 2 games and came back with it healthy. How did that knee respond after being out for 2 weeks? It's the next game we always have to worry about with those knee injuries. Did they get swelling? Is there soreness around the knee area after you came back from it? So. I know, yeah. Penix, they had them against. They had their moments against the Commanders, right? But there as well. But again, remember Washington did play 2 games without Jaden Daniels in the lineup. Mariota was in there for a few games, right? So that kind of skews the stats a little bit. But I'm just going to go by the Commanders' defense. That might be the best. The way they've been playing at home, I'll lean in that direction. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. All right, we got Major League Baseball. We got day baseball. I guess you can call it day if you're not in the East Coast. 5 o'clock is still the afternoon in my book. But anyway, 2 games. Game 2 of Seattle-Toronto. Game 1 of Dodgers-Milwaukee. The pitching matchups here: Seattle-Toronto. We got a dome in Toronto. We got a dome in Milwaukee. So these games are going to get in because we got them in domes there. So Gilbert against Yasevich here in Toronto and Seattle. And in this one, we're showing a favorite here, obviously for the home team. It's come down a little bit. It's seeing some $1.22s. The 30s are gone. We're seeing 29s, 22s. So Seattle getting some love overnight. Total sits here still around 7.5. Juice to the under. Bet Chris just went to under minus $1.25. Could we see a 7 in this game? South Point is followed. So we're starting to see some money coming in on the under here, Seattle and Toronto in game 1. Game 2. Game 2. Dodgers and Milwaukee will be game 1. Snell against Quintana. Quintana, I guess, is going to roll. He's been sidelined for some time here. In this one, we've got in game 1, we have Dodgers coming up a little bit here. $1.48, $1.57. Total sits here 7.5. Still heavy juice. We have not seen the 8s come back. There was an 8 yesterday at Pinnacle, but we have not seen the 8s come back. But heavy juice here. I've been, if you like the under, maybe you can find the 8, but we haven't seen the 8 yet in that game. It's been bet up here. To 7.5 in this one, as you've got Snell going up against Quintana in this one. Again, both games in dome, so they're going to be played here. If you're looking at series prices, Dodgers about 210 to win. Take back in Milwaukee plus 190. The series price now with Seattle up 1-0. Seattle $2 favorite now, and the take back on on Toronto plus 175. So if you want to play on Toronto down 0-1, you can get plus 175 for them to win the series. We start here with Chris.
You're going to take under in both these games here. You got Gilbert, he's not great for the Mariners, but Trey Savage has been pretty lights out here in the postseason and in his start. But I think we see a lower scoring matchup in here. I think both these pitchers are going to be able to do what they got to do, even though Gilbert is the worst of the two in that situation. So take under the 7.5 there. Same thing with Blake Snell. I'm not a Quintana fan. I kind of worry about that with the Brewers here coming out, but Blake Snell's been decent lately, so I think we take the under in that one. Just to clarify, I think some credit was misgiven earlier by Joe Vaughn. I think it was Alessandro yesterday that said to walk Cal Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah, I said to pitch to him. I don't care. It's Cal Raleigh. He hit a home run yesterday. That's what he's supposed to do. You got 62. Yeah. Well, don't be afraid to pitch to him. You can't. I mean, what are they going to do, walk in the entire series? I wouldn't be afraid of Cal Raleigh. I mean, he shows up when he wants to. He's about the same as Ohtani. People are asking on the home run hit list today, is Ohtani going to go? If Ohtani wants to, I mean, if the stars align, whatever, and he feels like hitting a home run, Ohtani will go today. If not, he's not going to go. So yeah, you can't be afraid to pitch to Cal Raleigh.
Let's say there's a man on third base, 1 out. Are you pitching to Cal Raleigh? I'm walking him.
I mean, if it's Trey Savage, I'd pitch to Cal Raleigh. I don't know. I just don't think you can be like. He's been in those situations and he's left people on base. He hasn't always come through. So, I don't know, whatever. I'd rather have him as the MVP than Aaron Judge, but that's a whole other conversation. I don't honestly care if either one of them gets it. But anyway, I would just say pitch to him. You know, if you got to walk him, you got to walk him. That's a coach thing, not me. But yeah, I just think we see under. Trey Savage has been great. Logan Gilbert could be serviceable. Other games, Snell should be pretty decent against these Brewers here. Quintana is the only question there. He's been hit up a lot by these Dodgers, but we're in Milwaukee, so I think we take the under.
There you go here from Chris. I always depend on situations. Depends on the pitcher. You know, how do they handle those high leverage situations, right? Some can't, some can.
I think Nolan Ryan would walk Cal Raleigh with a man on third base, 1 out. That's all I'm saying.
He'd probably give some high cheese though.
You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. He said he'd walk him. That's a joke, right?
Man on third base, 1 out.
You're going into Sean's era.
This situation where you should walk Cal Raleigh. Yeah, it doesn't matter who the pitcher is.
Here's what's going to happen to Cal Raleigh with Nolan Ryan. If he was to do anything in the previous at bat, Nolan Ryan's hitting him, or he's going to run something right up across his bow tie.
Oh yeah,
that was a clear over exaggeration. But
now Sean's awake though. Look, now Sean's up. He started looking around.
This guy.
When you get into Sean's era,
when he gets with me, now you woke this guy up. So good luck with that.
I saw looking around.
I saw Nolan Ryan pitch. Like my memories of Nolan Ryan is when he was in his 40s throwing no hitters at 96 nonstop and beating the crap out of 23-year-old Robin Ventura.
Yes, that was fun.
And he was 44 at the time, still throwing. Cal Raleigh, he wouldn't get a hit off of Nolan Ryan. Are you kidding? Nolan Ryan, besides the fact that he has the most no hitters, 1 hitters, 2 hitters, 3 hitters. I mean, he is ridiculous. No way. He's not walking anybody. That whole generation, they're not walking anybody.
You literally are not getting a double play then by doing that. You're literally ruining the chance of a double play to get out the inning. But whatever.
He doesn't need double play because he's going to strike out the guys.
Baseball schematics there, but whatever. It's not the big deal.
I'd be shocked if they had a guy on third base against Nolan Ryan, today's hitters.
It's not a big deal. We're talking to bull BS, honestly. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, no. I know. It's just, listen, like you're bringing a guy who, again, I didn't even see his best days when he struck out 390 guys, pitching 29 complete games, going 17 and 15. But you bring a guy like that in today's league, bro, you bring me Dave Stieb out of the 80s, and the guy's winning 25 games because
I go back
he's just going to strike everybody out. Nobody's going to hit him.
I mean, you got some guys that call their own shots. So if Nolan Ryan's going to walk him, that's because it came from Nolan Ryan, didn't come from the catcher or from the dugout.
No,
those guys never didn't listen to the dugout. They ran their own show. They were in business for themselves back then. Nolan Ryan called us. Don Sutton's another hothead. He pretty much called his own game. He would not listen to what anyone.
Sutton, that guy.
Yeah, well, his primary was pretty good, but he stood around too long. But Steve Carlton, there's a lot of guys like that pretty much call it their own shot.
But I just think for a strikeout pitcher from those generations to come in today's league, forget about it, bro. Yeah. There'd be immaculate innings.
The last guy we saw was Carlos Zambrano. He was the last of the. Remember, he'd argue with the manager Dusty all the time when he tried to take him out. Dusty liked it. He was the last. He was the last of the old school pitchers. That was it. Once he left, that was it. But again, it's just basically the managers have taken control of the starting pitchers now, because there were some pitchers that called their own shots back in the day.
For walking a guy with a guy on third base, the only guy I'm doing that to is Judge. Like I said it during regular season games. Like, why are you like even in the the Red Sox or the other series who'd they just beat? They beat Toronto. Like, how the hell are you pitching to Judge with like a tying or winning run on base and the base is open? Who do you got hitting behind him? I'm walking that guy. He should have more walks than Barry Bonds in the season. And yet they continue to pitch to him. Forget about regular season. You want to pitch to him in on a Tuesday in May. All right, whatever. You give up a 3-run home run and your lead's gone. How do you pitch to him in October? Yeah. Listen, I think Cal Raleigh should win the MVP this year over Judge, just based on his position, all that crap. But in the postseason, I'll take my shots with Raleigh a little bit because he's a 240 hitter, But he is what he is. That's a good game.
Well, some will say, hey, you know what? The Mariners staff regressed a little bit this year. Maybe is that on the catcher? I don't know. We'll see. I heard that argument the other day. But it can be, like I said, it's interesting. Who are we on? Who are we now? Are we on Sean or are we on Alessandro? We're on Sean? On Sean? On the Sean.
For some MLB here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I wanted to take the Brew Crew here. Just like series wise, I'm like, all right, let's let the cream rise to the top. But you had a great season. No one's giving you any respect. This is where we are. We're rolling out Carlos Quintana here, who's been shelled his last 4 outings. I'm going to say over. I mean, you don't want to get. I can't believe you couldn't find anything better here to pull out. Even a bullpen day, you could have pulled one out of the Dodgers playbook here. Give me the over. I think the Dodgers are going to freaking club this dude like a baby seal. I think it's going to be like a 8-2 game or something. Home run props. Let's go. Ruby props for Tommy Edman. Pages. All the down the order guys.
You think Otani's going to break out of it finally? Or he's going to face a lefty?
Who knows?
Yeah, Freeman.
It's a bad pitcher, so you think he should get a hit, but sometimes guys struggle. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. It's the playoffs. You're facing better teams. It's all right.
Yeah,
but Seattle, Toronto, boy, I want to take you Savage. I do. I like this young guy.
Yeah.
This would be an under game for me here. Give me the under in this one. Pressure's on. Give me the under. But the Snell game, listen, anybody else I'm taking a 130. I think this is a beat that. I might have to do a rum on here. I didn't even put anything out for baseball. I was like, let me see what these lines are going to be today. And then I ended up
146, so they're probably going to be, let's see what
plus Dodgers plus 110. That's it.
Yeesh.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes. That's too because they're on the road, right? They're on the road. They're going to get their 9 at bats.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? There you go. It's going to be out there in a second. You'll see me. Number 2 MLB on Tony's site. You're getting a freebie right now. I'm going to put out the Dodgers run line. You're getting plus 110. Happy Monday.
You got Sasaki. Sasaki's ready to go to close it out. Hold that 2-run lead in the 9th.
The Mad Crier. I'm just calling that guy the Mad Crier because I can't get those images out of my mind. Beginning of the year.
It's not like when grown men cry, especially on camera. It doesn't.
I don't mind a sad grown man crying for something. I get it. I'm a crier. I get it. But for that,
yeah,
for that is not. That's a you're sad and depressed. You put your head down and go in the shower.
That's when you. Who was that guy back in your day? Freddie Patek was crying in the dugout with the shawl over his head for like 10. They couldn't get him out of the dugout.
You're bad at it. You know what you do? You're 20. Go in the shower. Whatever. Just sit there.
Hey, even that dude from
rubbing out or something.
Philadelphia didn't cry when he left when he made the error. He didn't cry leaving the party. There you go. Let's move on over to Alessandro.
Yeah.
There's no crying in baseball, flat out. So with you. But anyways, I actually like both dogs in this spot today. I'm not putting anything on the side. I'm basically done with baseball this year, if I'm being honest. But if I were to bet these 2 games, I would touch the both dogs. I don't know how deep Gilbert's going to go, though. He did pitch in that elimination game. It was like an inning or 2. Didn't pitch much, but I don't know if he's going to go a full 7-8 innings or anything like that today. I still lean the Mariners just at the plus money. And then Dodgers got to show me they could beat the Brewers. The last 8 games they've played against the Brewers, they're 0-8. So I'll take the Brewers just off that, plus 130.
There you go. Domination. Yeah, even the Angels beat them Dodgers six straight there. So, Dodgers had some really questionable series this year. Well, that was one of them against the Brewers. Getting to them. We move on over to Javon.
Yeah, man. In this first game, Mariners, it seems like they're trying to bait you. It seems like they want you to take the Mariners. That line just keeps dropping. If it was me, I'd stay away. But I am very confident in the under. This is just a pure momentum play. Like I said yesterday, what goes up must come down. The Blue Jays only scored 1 run. I think when you look at it from the Mariners' perspective, they were still riding the high from the 15-inning game. They hopped on a plane. They only took 1 day break, right? And then they got in there and they got the win. Now the adrenaline is just down. I mean, I'm not in the ball club. I don't really know, but I'm just gonna take a guess and say they're not riding the same high that they were going into that game yesterday. Now that they secured the win, they stole the win. They're getting some rest. I'm gonna take the under, and I'm gonna take it for those reasons alone. Just confidently riding the momentum. When it comes to the Dodgers, don't try to be foolish. It's the world champs. They're poised to repeat. I did think that the Brewers were going to make the World Series, but now that they have this draw against the Dodgers and it's middle of the week. What is it? Monday, we're tipping off the first game. It's just scheduled, man. It's a bad schedule for the Brewers. It's a bad look for the Brewers. You got Mookie Betts hitting 285. No, excuse me, 385 with 10 hits this postseason. The dynamic lineup. The Dodgers are also strong against righties. These are all the reasons right here. You got Woodruff, too, who was injured, and that really messed up the rotation for the Brewers. So if the Brewers had any shot, they needed to stay healthy. And the line's telling you all you need to know. I'm not going to chase the 1.5 just because we're in Milwaukee. They do play great, good small ball, so I'm not going to chase that. But I like the under with confidence, and I would say the Dodgers are back. Maybe just take them to win the series in advance, I'm not going to go tit for tat, game for game with those guys, but yeah, those are the two plays I like.
I like that actually. I'm not really touching game for game at this point. I did put some series bets in, but going game for game, I don't know.
And we'll see. We'll ride momentum. We'll see how this first game is. We don't really have any data right now. Let's see what game one looks like, right?
Yeah, it's a totally new reconstructed team now with everybody healthy, and of course the bullpen fixed, I guess, for the Dodgers. We'll see how it performs here. Yeah, I'm gonna come with this Toronto home field has been too strong. I got to come back with Toronto here. 33-11 in their past, 44 at home, 17.5 unit return. Seattle, again, I know a lot of those games are played at home. They had 2 runs in 15 innings there against Detroit, and then they put up 3 runs against Toronto. I think Toronto's best come back here today. It's really Seattle's not really hitting much. They scored three runs in a win. Yeah, the pitchers did all the heavy lifting. I don't know if we can keep this Toronto lineup down that much in the second game. So I'll look for them here. Look at the data. Not going to let one innings or one game swing my opinion there, because it was, again, Seattle was held to 3 runs yesterday. So I'll look at Toronto here. Yeah, I was back and forth this Dodger game. I had I would look under here. I'm a little concerned here about the Dodgers hitters. I did not like what I saw from the top of the lineup in that first series. When you think about it, it was really some of the guys like Pages. You didn't see really much from Freeman. You didn't see much from Ohtani. That top of the lineup has me a little concerned for LA. Will Smith got a big hit, but he's still dealing with that broken finger. I don't know how they're going to rotate him in, right? He's going to come in. And the issue with the Brewers all the time in the postseason has always been their offense, right? They just can't seem to score enough runs to win games in these type of situations. That's always been their stuff. And I was very surprised they went to 5 games with the Cubs. I kind of downgraded them a little bit. They should have got rid of the Cubs sooner than that. I don't know why.
Played with their food.
Yeah, that they had no business. If they were that team, because I don't think the Cubs are that good. If they were that team, they would have swept the Cubs.
Yep, I'm with you.
That's how I looked at it. They should have never. And again, in the closeout, what do? They win a 3-1 game, right? It wasn't really that dominating performance from their offense. So, and of course, until the Dodgers top of lineup can do anything, I'm going to look at the under in this one. I'm hoping for an 8. I'm seeing all this juice to the over. Hopefully, if we get an 8, I'm going to be on the under with the Dodgers Brewers. That's premium range for me there, because again, you look at the Dodgers, the past 3 playoff games, just 204 batting average. And that's really, it's kind of like they had the same with the Phillies. Top of the lineup is not produced for LA. It's the guys at the bottom that's getting them. And you cannot always count on those guys at the bottom of your lineup to carry the load. But they have past 4 playoff games. This is why the Brewers went 5 with the Cubs. Their past 4 playoff games hitting 220 there. But man, Snell has been just untouchable. Now you got the Dodgers. But maybe Glasnow comes out again. You got a Sasaki in there. Even this kid Sheehan has looked pretty sharp out of the bullpen. You're not going to see train wreck. You're not going to see train wreck in this series. You're not going to see Tanner Scott just took him. I guess Tanner Scott needs some health issues. He's out there. So I'm going to look at the under here. Brewers against a starter that allows 0.5 home runs per starter fewer. They're 10-5 the under at home. LA, when they're lined at this price, even money to -150 on the road, they're 30-13 to the under. So also the Brewers bullpen has been sharp. That's the one unit that's really been pitching well, been performing well for the Brewers, has been their bullpen in 5 playoff games, ERA of 1.20. So I think this points to another. Of course, Quintana is a factor here, but again, it may be a short leash because the way the Brewers bullpen is going right now, I think the under is in time. We could look at a real close game there in Milwaukee in that dome. By the way, we have another roof there, so. There, yeah, Dodgers are a different team now with the Pope. But again, top of the lineup's got to show me something. They've been disappointing. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. What else we have here? We got a 10-game slate from hockey. Got some guys here that cover. We got an early start here. A lot of early games I think there is some sort of holiday right now going on in Canada. So let's do this. Let's take them from the early game from the 12:37.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving in Canada, right? Thanksgiving in Canada.
They don't eat turkey. I think they eat elk. I think
Columbus Day here, Thanksgiving up there. Yeah, a little something.
Something there. All right, so we'll cover the games from 12:30 all the way to 2 o'clock. Avs, Sabres. We'll cover Predators, Senators, Lightning, Bruins, Jets, Islanders, and we'll include in this block Red Wings and Maple Leafs. So we're going to start here. Who got the hockey? Alessandro.
I actually like the Maple Leafs here on the puck line. I can't get behind the Red Wings. What was the stat I saw here? Red Wings are 4-10 in the last 14 games on the road against Toronto. I just like the Maple Leafs is already there with all the talent they got on the roster. Austin Matthews, obviously the main guy. I'll take the puck line. Plus 140 is not a bad price on that. And you said the Islanders were in this spot or in the slot?
They are in the spot, yep.
Yeah, I like the Islanders. I know they're 0-2 and not the greatest of team. But Jets are 0-6 on the road playing the Islanders dating back to last year. I like the fact that Sorokin's in goal as well. I'll take the Islanders at plus 105.
There we go. From outside, move on over to Javon.
Yeah, in this morning slate, I'm gonna repeat what I told you guys the other day. This line with the Bruins and the Lightning, it's the books. It's everybody looking for the Bruins to drop that shoe. They're looking for that first loss of the season. I told you guys the Lightning were going to win last game before they hit this road trip, and they failed miserably. I told you guys it was a B2A, and it was a B2A in the other direction. So for those reasons alone, I'm going to stick with the Bruins on the money line at plus 145. Great value. Yeah, you guys keep looking for the shoe to drop, and it's not going to drop here. Give me the Bruins to go to 4-0. And there was one more game that I had here. If you give me just a second, I think it was the Ottawa game. Yeah, Senators and Predators. Give me the under. I got it under 6. It's now sitting, I think, 5.5. Regardless, take the under. The line's in our favor. They're trying to heavily juice the over. You had Nashville. They were in Nashville for like the last 2 weeks, man. I like to target teams that are leaving cities like Nashville, cities like Vegas, these heavy party cities, right? I'm looking for a downfall, kind of a downgrade. Just take the under, man. I expect them to come out sloppy, and just for those reasons alone, take the under, man. It's a system play for me. I should say that it's a spot play, and I've been riding it for years, and so ride it with me and let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, we need to get some franchise in Atlanta and New Orleans. That system works. We got to pray for that for those cities. More party cities, the better.
Real quick. Boston, yeah. I like them as well. The Bruins plus 140 with you. Lightning are 2-5 in the last 7 road games against Boston. So there's something for you.
Yeah, right. Fool me once, fool me twice. We're not playing that game. Let's go Bruins.
Right, I'm with you on that. I like that.
All right, we'll go to the primetime games from 7 Eastern on. Devils, Blue Jackets here. Devils, $1.30, total 6. Panthers, Flyers, Blues, Canucks, and the Kings on the road trip. Continues the road trip here. They do it to them again this year. They threw them on the road to start the year. They're on the road again. They had one home game, though, to start the year. The Wild, $1.20, total 5.5. We start with Alessandro.
Actually, I'm going to go to the Wild there, minus 125 at home. What was the stat here? Kings are 4-13 in their last 17 road games versus the Wild. That's enough to make me want to back the Wild. This Kaprizov, I like a goal out of him as well. That's really all I like, though, in that last slot of games.
All right, move on over to Javon.
Yeah, let's make it a pair, man. Let's go Wild on the money line for the same exact reasons that Dro just spoke of. Don't overthink it. They're favored for a reason. Wild money line.
There you go. Sean, anything on the ice tonight or today?
Game day like this, I don't know enough about hockey to jump in on day action, and that's all right. I know my limitations.
Hockey like baseball. I don't know. It's the same kind of thing, with the price.
Yeah, but you know what? Baseball is something I grew up with all the time, right?
Right.
I didn't play professional, but I know baseball. I know baseball. I've played that.
For me, I love action, man. You got morning hockey, 10 a.m. hockey. You're not doing much, man. Come on, man. Let's watch some hits, man. It's all about action, man. And so year round, daily, give it to me.
Yeah, but again, I'm off like yesterday. I'm loading in 9 weekday college football games. I'm looking at numbers. I'm not jumping into
the
hockey.
Don't overflow, man.
I'll tell you, my hockey handicaps are I like teams like the first game of 7-8 game road trips, right? Everybody has crazy road trips. And that's for NBA too as well. If I'm going to do an NBA, the first game of a road trip, I think is always going to be your best game. You're fading the 3 games in 4 night kind of guy, right? You get outshot 55-11. I'm going to come back on you the next game because you're basically probably embarrassed the game before. Simple parameters, not a lot of action. It's not like my college basketball or even football kind of numbers. And I
like that because those are angles that I have never looked at before. The shots on goal and stuff like that. I appreciate you for saying those because I've never looked at that, man.
Yeah, you lose 5-6-0. That's a blowout. That's like losing 40-2 in the NFL. Like 6 goals is a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't. To me, it is. You get shut out. That's a whole lot of goals when most of the time the totals are 5.5 or 6, right? So if one guy's scoring more than the total themselves, you're getting a butt kicking.
I think there's an analytic out there. I forgot the name of it where they track quality shots. I forgot the name of that. Sorgi number or something. I forgot the name of it, but there's some analytics out there that are pretty good where they just track quality shots.
He says I'm an unk. Thanks. Yeah, I'm definitely an unk, bro. I'm an old cat.
There you go. Or also you like angles, Sean, off a long road trip, first home game after a long road trip?
If they're playing, because it's sometimes they have the day off, right? Yeah. So you get a day off. Same with the NBA. You come back and play. That's just a bad spot. You're in the house. Here comes the wife, the girlfriend, the kids. There's the mail's piled up, like whatever kind of. You're just kind of like out of breath and just want to take relax for a second. So you probably get picked off or just a bad spot for you. Yeah. That's anything, right? We see that a lot in baseball, right? You come back. They just finished up a road trip. They were in Miami, now they're back in LA today playing the game. All right, you got to fade them here. The other team played in San Diego or they were in Oakland or something. They're already on the West Coast time. Those are all things you got to look at. But let's be honest. They played 3 games last Wednesday or 3 games on Thursday and then no games on Friday, a couple games. So you're not in that phase yet. You should be freaking healthy and there should be no day-to-day guys. You should be ready to go, especially hockey guys. These dudes come back with freaking no teeth in their mouth. They don't give a crap. Like these guys are animals.
Well, they get stitches right on the site.
Yeah. So those kind of things, I don't think for me. What I like to look on when I bet hockey, they're not in play right now. They're not in play. Like they're a road trip. Well, you better be freaking healthy. It's the 3rd game of the season. It might be some team's first game of the season. I don't know. No, I'll wait a little bit because. I have NFL going on. I got college football. I got things that I've been winning games. I'm not going to worry about game 1 today. Now, if I was a huge fan, like baseball, I'm jumping in opening day. You got 9 games. I know.
You got a lot of preseason to check out too, right? It's kind of that's kind of the end of March Madness there when the spring training starts.
Yes.
You got the lull in March Madness, so you can keep an eye there. All right, guys, now it's time for our Parlay Pro segment where Cap is giving a parlay, team player prop, game of the future, NBA preseason. If you want to get into that market, you can. There are some games, although we got the sacrificial Long Lions at 38-point underdogs against Minnesota today.
The sacrificial.
Yeah, the sacrificial. They always have these teams, these European leagues with actually teams coming in that get pounded every year in the preseason. This is I think it was a New Zealand Breakers they had one year.
I remember those guys.
Yeah. There's always one of those teams in the preseason that gets hammered.
Don't sleep on these Lung Lions now. They covered against the Spurs.
They did.
I think they have Victor Oladipo over there. I don't know if you guys remember him, but I think he's over there balling out.
Serge Ibaka was still playing last I checked. I think
Serge Ibaka. Oh, man.
Some of these guys
man.
Is Dwight Howard still playing?
I think he's more big 3, but Serge Ibaka was a Thunder great. Come on, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. If the Nolan Ryan talk didn't get me ready to go today, get the blood flowing a little bit, crust out of the eyes. Look at Greg Gibson and Marisa in here in the chat. We got going on. Dodgers, Toronto, Bills, Washington, 14 money line parlay. And then betting the spread's a sucker bet. Then I'm on a 10-day
taking the points is a sucker bet. Taking the points is a sucker bet. Okay.
10-day $10 double up going to 10 grand.
That's your Gen Z. That's your Gen Z power parlay special there, brother.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, drop that parlay. I need that $10 double up to 10,000, please. I will trail that just for $10, just to do it. What you got?
We just need.
I promise you, bro.
I've tried doing that. I always once it gets about 4 or 5 days in a row, I can't fucking muster up the stones to do that, dude.
I love it.
If you can, good for you, Maurice. Good for you. But
I love it. I love it,
No,
man.
no way a team could lose, right? No way the Eagles could lose as a favorite on the road. That can't happen.
Well, it's a different situation when you're betting online versus when you're like Alessandro back in the day when you're in Vegas putting your own money into the counter, right? You think twice about your bets, right? It's a
lot different.
A lot different.
You're wasting gas. You're wasting a whole lot of stuff in person. I'll tell you what.
You got a few drinks in you, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes a drink ticket is the motivational factor of getting that bet in, knowing that you're getting a drink ticket. I see that.
Yep.
Were you around there, Alessandro, for the Stardust days? Were that before? That must have been.
Oh no, I moved here way after that. Yeah,
after that,
a little bit before my time.
You would walk into the Stardust, and guys would just be handing you drink tickets as you walk into the door. I mean,
that's nice. That's kind of how South Point. At South Point's, you get $1 beers, $2 Blue Moons. I mean, yeah. So
it's
been that way since like 2013. I can contest to that.
South Point's is kind of getting that Stardust feel to it. I have to agree. Circa a little too upscale, kind of that wind feel to it, kind of more upscale feel. But the I agree. The South Point does have that feel of an old Stardust line, no doubt about that.
I mean, they got as much as Derek is not an entity. You know, as a corporation like the South Point is, South Point just treats people better. They're more for the locals, and again, I'm friendly with those guys, so they take care of other people. But they're just nice down there. They're just nice. You know, here you go.
Their Super Bowl viewing parties used to be free. Now I think they charge $10 last time I heard. But they had a great. It was always free to go to the Super Bowl parties, and the food was very inexpensive.
But even that's, I mean, like I get food's like a loss leader. It's like kind of something that's not really talked about by companies anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I don't. $10 you're going to go in there for all you can eat and drink. It's worth it. What are you going to do? Come on, I got to pay the staff. You're sitting here putting $10 parlays in on player props, right? Basically, most of the people coming in watching those games because your big guys are watching somewhere else, right? You're there with your friends. Hey man, let's go over there. You know what I mean? My son are going $10, go hang out, drink a couple beers, watch a game. That's it. Have some hot dogs or whatever, chicken fingers, nonsense. I don't mind that. That's worth it. Because where are you going to go? You're going to go Westgate and pay that kind of money? You're going to go to Circuit and pay $50,000 for a booth?
$1.50 hot dog at South Point in a good deli. The deli's pretty good.
The Del Mar is pretty good there.
I like that deli, and and the prices are good. You know, I love the South Point. No doubt about that. You know, there are a lot of things to do up there. All right, we'll start with Chris.
Cafe is a good spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot there. And the overnight specials, right? The from midnight to 6 get steak and eggs for $4 or something. Still,
yeah,
right?
something like that.
I'll say this: the only $1.50 hot dog that you should be trusting is the ones from Costco. Other than that, man, you might just want to back up, man. I don't know.
No, the South Point dogs are pretty good. The South Point's the other one. Yeah,
that Costco mutant dog. That's like a Chernobyl hot dog, bro. Come on.
You're burping like 5 minutes into that thing. Like, boy, that thing's been sitting in water for 2 days now.
And
but it's
I don't like the South Point rolls. There's always like dust. You know, they got the little whatever's on it. It always gets on my shirt when I'm eating. I don't know. It's just I'm trying to right. You get the doggy on the way out. You get in the car and you're packed up. You go take a bite. There's just freaking crumbs on. You're like, what the freak?
Damn it! I got us talking about hot dogs. I fucked up.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing that. Don't get me started with the event meals. Circa the worst. I've never had worse meals at all in the Circa event. They're in the events.
Hey, we're spending. What are you talking about? You got to go there at like 2 a.m. You got to go to South Point at like 2 a.m. and get the best lines, especially for NBA. I used to bang their head, and NBA, I'd get the Charlotte Hornets plus 14.5, and then I'd look the next day, they're plus 11. Stuff like that.
Are they even up? Sometimes they don't put that. That was the day they wouldn't put overnight lines up at the.
Oh no, they have overnight now.
Yeah,
overnight lines, especially with NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, Maurice,
I really remember doing stuff like
Maurice,
that.
Start with $10 and have fun and go all and risk it. I mean, $10 bets. I mean, I'm not a unit shamer when it comes to stuff, but you're trying to like play the old. What was it, the old martingale? Just keep doubling and riding things out, and like that is not how I've been doing things. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
That is not paying the bills. That is not a. You're a young guy having fun doing stuff like that. I get it.
Yeah, I guess
I
I
get
haven't
it.
been stopping for a while. Yeah, overnight odds must be new for them. I'll tell you, they were very late getting lines up, no doubt about that. But I guess things have changed because Alessandro frequents the South. You ask any local, they'll tell you South Point. You know,
I'm all on the apps now, guys.
That's true.
Which is dangerous. The apps are dangerous. The apps are very
I
dangerous.
say
The
that
apps are dangerous. Yes.
people just hit a button on their phone, and who cares? You're reloading off a credit card. You don't care. It's not real money. It's not real money.
And I'm doing it all from my couch and my damn slippers. Damn it.
There you go. There you go. All right, part of the
Not
purple
real.
segment. We start with Chris.
Okay, so we'll go a couple of things here. Home run, if you want to take somebody that's a little bit lower odds but decent, we'll go back to George Springer. He looks really good today. Excuse me. Sleeper pick would be Alejandro Kirk. Love that guy. He's at plus 720. He's hit Logan Gilbert very well. Your touchdown prop is going to be Luke McCaffrey. You look at what the Bears are doing. They're allowing 4 touchdowns to the wide receiver 1, which is the position I've got him in. They're allowing the most red zone targets to that position. He's at plus 390. So Luke McCaffrey is going to be your touchdown scorer today.
Here we go from Chris. Move on over to Sean.
All right, what should we do here? I hate doing mixed sports because I can't put them all in. Then I don't want to put all the records in here. But I already gave you a premium. Let's just stick with the Dodgers. Stick with, you know what? You'll get 2. You get the Dodgers run line. I'm gonna have to put them as official play. 86 at 67 plus $2,610. Dodgers run line here. End of show picks plus 110, and we'll do the Bears plus 5.5 end of show. NFL end of show pick 6 and 5 plus $50 so far this season. So there you go, 2 plays. Dodgers run line, Bears plus the 5.5.
There we go here from Sean. Next up, we move on over to Alessandro.
I got to jet out of here, guys. Thank you for everything. Best of luck to everybody. Parlay, I saw some of you guys like the Blackhawks in the chat. Parlay up that with the Chicago Bears money line. So Blackhawks, Bears, 2-teamer money line.
All right.
Best of luck
sale?
to everybody.
What's for sale, Alessandro? What you got for sale?
I do have a hockey best bet, and I do have a Monday Night Football best bet. Hop on something long term. Starting to get hot in college football. Trying to get that back in the green. NFL is now back in the green for 2025. Let's just keep this train rolling. So best of luck to everybody, guys.
Keep the train
Peace.
rolling. Alessandro,
Take
get
it
on
easy.
board there. All right, now it's time we move on over to Javon.
So we're in the parlay section, correct?
We are.
Let's roll with I like the under in that Mariners game. I like the under in that Senators matchup. If it's under 5.5, you should be able to get plus money. If it's under 6, go ahead and lay the juice. Parlay those 2 together, and I'll see you at the pay window.
See Javon at the pay window there. What I'm going to look at here is there's a couple things I'm going to look at. I'm going to take Toronto here to win the series at plus 177. I'm going to take them here at that price there. All right.
That's the Blue Jays to win the series?
Yeah, to win the series.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
down 0-1. I'm going to take them.
There you go.
Got the home field and the bats. I'm going to take them here to get it done. All right. We got you through our parlay pro segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks, heading to an exciting week of action. Major League Baseball playoffs. We got NFL, college football. NFL college football get back up tomorrow. I think last Wednesday was the start of 49 straight days of football. So we got a lot of football now coming up. And guys, when you hit the link in the description, that takes you over to our site over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll find our best bets and more documented results from all of our cappers there. All of the cappers see here on the site. So let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks here for today's Monday's card.
I got you guys the best bet in baseball and best bet in one of the Monday Night Football games tonight there. You can hop on something long term there. We're starting to get NBA here, like you said, in about a week. I think it starts next Tuesday. The 21st is when NBA is back, and I'll be covering that as well. Got college football, got NFL, and the rest of the postseason baseball that I cover. So hop on something long term, short term. 2 people put money in your pocket with the 2-for-1 capper makes a lot of sense. Like I tell you guys every day, you see who's on the leaderboard, pair them up, let them go to work for you. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save you the 15%. And let's just try to continue doing well.
Do well here with Chris over at Tony's Picks, Monday Night Best Bet, and usually baseball best bet on the board right now from Chris. So get on board Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased will be right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. You have on with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what Sean has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. You can see Sean, with the unit leaders over on the site right now, producing great profit. This is all based on $100 unit wager size, 4,154 units of profit. Sean, what's for sale?
We got a little Monday Night Football up. I just gave you the Dodger game. I just put a package up there for MLB. You see the numbers, not a bad year here. Winning day yesterday. There's baseball, football, winning day. But we got to get NFL. NFL, I think we're a game over 500 now after yesterday's win. So I'll get there. Bunch of plays up for NFL and college football right now. And there's that. What do you want to do? You want to get on board? Awesome. I'm a weekly, monthly pass kind of guy. I like to put on my games early, as I said. We got 3, 4, 5, 9 games, I think, already for college up, 8 games maybe. So there you go. Pair me up with somebody. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna run into NBA. I'm not running in with my hands in the air, jumping in a pool, diving in for hockey and NBA right out of the gate. So pair me up with somebody who's big in those sports. I'll take care of you in football and college hoops.
There you go. More Sean over at Tony's Picks. This was Sean. You get the long-term subscriptions. A good time to get that 7-day pass. You get all of Sean's premium plays for 7 days. And he's loaded already with early action from NFL as well as college football. Get the plays now before the line moves there, because a lot of these plays, if there's significant line movement, these plays will not show up in packages. So now's the time to get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks unit leader over at the site. And you want to get these early plays in there because he's locked and loaded for this big card coming up in college football as well as NFL. And I'm saying big matchups because college football, Sean, this week, some monster matchups this week. All right. Let's see what Javon's got rolling over at Tony's Picks for today's card. Javon come on a monster day, showing up all over the leaderboards here with Javon. What you got, Javon?
Yeah, man. Like I said, we like to dabble in a little bit of everything. So we had some NHL winners up there yesterday. Of course, we scored with Seattle Mariners. That was some late steam. And that's another thing with these package plays, man. You get the late steam plays, and those are important because, 24 hours a day, I'm sitting here, and you never know when a thought or some information might come my way, and I end up on the winning side of things. So late steam is always good if you're in with one of those package deals. Today I have a holiday heater. I should do a better job of putting some emojis so you guys can even see what sport that is, but I'll just let you guys know it's NHL. It's a morning game, NHL. Early bird gets the worm, I should say that. So go check that out. It's only $19, so that's a steal. And hop on right now. I think there's value in the monthly pass as well as the yearly. I've proven so far that I can bring you some profit. I'm 25 and 26 overall in terms of win losses, but we're in the green. And if you ask me, that was the shaky start. That was my so-called shaky start, and we're past that. So the only way from here is up. I suggest you hop on a yearly or monthly pass with NBA coming. I'm hot with NHL right now, and I can bring you a little bit of everything. So if you like all sports and you don't want to just stick to one thing, hop on or pair me up with one of these guys, Sean and Chris, Tony T. They all bring different things, and we can, come together and end up on the right side of things. So use Tony T promo code checkout, save 15%, and let's stay hot and continue on this win.
Yep, that's right. Get on board, Javon. Over at Tony's Picks, best bet on the board right now, profit guarantee or long-term subscriptions. As Javon said, include late steam plays. Any props that we put in also included on all long-term subscriptions. Remember, our plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to handicap throughout the betting cycle, looking for those late plays for our long-term subscribers and for our own pocket as well, right?
That's
we find
it.
something late, we put in the system, and it's emailed right to your inbox for long-term subscribers. Use the email you use when you sign up for the service. Late steam feature, I don't see it available anywhere else but here at Tony6.com, giving you value for your dollar here at Tony6.com on your premium plays. You get the late steam as well as all props. We've really expanded our props now in baseball and NFL. Coming up soon will be NHL and NBA. So we're dedicated to giving you the best value for your dollars here, premium-wise, when you purchase a long-term subscription over at Tony's Picks. All right, guys, have the best bet on the board right now from NFL. Working on the baseball as well, so get on board with me and match me up with your favorite capper here at Tonyspicks.com. Hey, guys, with you here every morning here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Over 52K subscribers here. Growing as we speak. A lot of great content here on the channel, guys. So hop on over to YouTube channel. You'll find some great content up there. Matter of fact, today I'll let you know what's going on over at Tony Speaks YouTube, so you can know what you'll find when you hit the search and you type in Tony Speaks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you would. My compilation videos are up there right now from football and baseball. Chris's home run prop video has been very popular feature here. That's up right now. Check that out. Ramon with his night moves. We clipped those videos, so we got NFL and baseball picks from Ramon in there in the playlist here, NFL as well as MLB. So check it out here on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. NHL in there as well from Ramon. Of course, Rod will dive when available. When Rod's available, remember he lives on a prairie, so he has a lot of long commutes just to get groceries. So whenever he's available, you'll see some stuff from a lot of commenters about Sean's a different day. Listen, when you got to drive 4 hours to go to a grocery store, man, or anywhere, it does impact their ability to get the videos up. But whenever he's available, you'll see stuff from there. I know a lot of comments there from folks on Rod. I think Rod was at a hockey game, so even that trip's 8 hours to get to Edmonton. Man, you got to be a real solid fan to make that trip. But you'll see fight picks, CFL, and more shorts up there. We got a lot of great content, guys. Our Captors playlist. Check it out over on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. And of course, we've got that live tab. If you haven't missed any of our live shows, check it out here on the live tab. They will show up for you. We got our live show. We have Night Moves with the King Prince of Darkness, Ramona and DeAndre, 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. You can't catch it live. If you can on the West Coast, great, because I see a lot of folks in there commenting with the guys here on the Night Moves show. But you can watch it if you're on the East Coast or Central Time Zone. When you wake up in the morning, watch Night Moves because you get a full rundown on the day's cards. They're tailored just for you guys in the morning. So check it out. Archived immediately when it's done around 3:30, 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's when it's archived when the show's over. So you guys, when you wake up in the morning, check out the replay of Night Moves. It's right there for you. Happy hour, Rod 2 at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll get you. We'll see Ron. You'll see Brian in there. You'll see some of the guys in the morning slip into that show. So check it out on our YouTube channel. A lot of great content. Also want to make note that you'll see the KBO playoffs. I know it's a funky start. These games start at midnight, so they're usually released on the channel at 8 p.m. Eastern time. They have shelf life for about 4 or 5 hours. So make sure you guys check it out there on the YouTube with the KBO from Ron Crawford. Also on our Twitter account, Tony Speaks, we have a tweet feed with all the videos up there as well. So a lot of great content on the channel. So make sure you check it out. Tony Speaks. Of course, Chris, your home run hit list, a real big hit here on the channel.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. I woke up this morning to a ton of comments on today already. People asking if we're going to take Ohtani. I'm never going to talk you off of him, but I mean, I'll tell you what he's done in the postseason. He's batting 148. He's got 2 home runs, 12 strikeouts. So if you want to bet Ohtani, great. He matches up well with Quintana, but you've got 6 out there. I try to get you guys the best value, the best matchups. It was hard last night because I was switching back between, I had Logan Gilbert and Luis Castillo, so I had to kind of wait for those updates. But anyway, you got 6 out there today. We've at least hit 1 every single day in the postseason, which is a good average. And these guys, they're long shots, so don't pour all the bankroll into them. Just kind of have fun with them. But we're up and over, I think, 220 so far for the season. So, we're just going to keep doing that. I told you guys I'd have something for NBA, and I will once that comes out. I'll get you a prop video for that, maybe some team coverage as well. We'll just keep putting this out and trying to do well.
Very good. Very good there from Frisco. Sean, we got you here on the mornings, and you just kind of scroll around different shows as well.
Yeah, I got morning guy. Although I want to come in on the afternoon stuff more often. I should. I'm sometimes I get a little sidetracked with stuff. It happens. That's at least you get me in the mornings. Get my
in the mornings. If not, we see
beautiful takes.
We'll make those chats in there
and rants.
Yeah.
No penalties. No penalties for the Chiefs. Yeah, sure. If I was one to say the sport was rigged, boy, I'd be up in arms. But I'm not. So
that's right. Of course, Devon, I know we got you on the mornings. We see you sometime also with the short series coming out.
Yeah, that's correct, man. We're just picking and choosing the spots right now. Ultimately, like I said, we're just waiting for the NBA. That's going to be the main gist of these shorts. NBA trade pack, and we're going to drop it daily. And we're going to look to build over the season, man, and gain some profit just off of free winners. And just keep joining us every morning, man. That's what we're here to do. We're here to all get on the right side of things. We appreciate you guys in the chat. This is what it's all about, man.
Yep, we cover the NBA in full. A week and a day away from the start of the NBA season. So look, it's Keegan Murray that got hurt. Yeah, Keegan Murray is going to be out. That's the one I forgot there.
NBA. Yeah, speaking of NBA, I have one play tonight. I should have let you guys know. Hawks -5.5. Go ahead and lay it against the Heat. I think I heard Dro say it yesterday. He was a believer in this Hawks team, a high believer, and so am I, man. This is a good team. I know it's preseason. Don't go all out, but this is a favored line, man. We talked about this 5.5 all day. You guys know I love it. If you don't know, now you know. Go ahead and lay it with the Hawks.
Hero out for Miami in this one. What else is new, right?
Yeah. It's two different teams going in two different directions this season. And these numbers are showing it. Heat are 0-4. Like I said, I know it's just the preseason, but yeah, they're not looking good, man.
Yeah, and they made the coach of the Heat the Team USA coach. So
it seems like Jimmy Butler got out of there just in time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yep, no doubt about that. There, yeah, we'll see how this rolls here with Dallas, of course, dealing with their injury, Kyrie's situation there. A lot of injuries around the league, right? Because we're not going to see massive with Halliburton there, with the Celtics star getting hurt, Kyrie getting hurt. There's some big news, guys. If you didn't know, the guys who got hurt last year, some of them aren't coming back. They need a whole year to recover.
No Tatum, no Halliburton this year. I mean, Tatum says he wants to come back, but listen, bud, it's not your decision. They paid you all those millions. It's whoever paid you. They're going to make that decision. And if that means sitting him out for this year to go ahead and recoup that $500 million back on the next 10 years, they're going to sit him, and they'll sit him all year without shame. So I don't expect to see Tatum. And, of course, no Halliburton. So this NBA is going to look different this year. But it's going to be a good one as always. We got young guns coming in, and that's what it's about this year.
Yes, young. De'Aaron Fox will be sitting out the game tonight with a hamstring injury. So that's what I've got on my line screen. Will be De'Aaron Fox out for San Antonio tonight. Just in case you're keeping an eye on the NBA. Let's see if there's another one. Nope. Doesn't seem like Minnesota looks like they'll be guns a-blazing against the Loon Lions. They're gonna have a healthy
and
squad.
One more thing with those Spurs, with De'Aaron Fox being out, I would expect the Spurs to sit most of their guards. They can't afford any more injuries. They already got rid of Chris Paul, right? And it was just Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox. So in terms of tonight, that line is kind of telling you all you need to know with the Pacers. You're like, the Pacers? Why are they favored against the Spurs? I would also lay it with the Pacers. I don't expect to see any of those guards play. I can't really find an injury report right now. Oh, yeah, I do. They're all listed as game time decisions. Stephon Castle is listed as well. I don't expect him to play because they can't afford injury. So, yeah, man, if you're just looking for a couple plays, maybe parlay those up. I know we don't suggest it, but it is what it is. Go ahead and get some money.
There you go. There, guys. So check us out here on the Tony Morning Show. You never take the obvious. That's right. That's how books make their money, right? Don Shula said a long time ago, all we're looking to do is win the game. He recommended someone asked him back in the day in this early 70s, the first betting question I ever heard, and he took the question. He goes, "Well, I would always recommend people to always take the underdog. So we're just looking to win the game. That's all we want to do."
That's a crazy one.
Yeah, I was ready. Don Shula was asked that question back, I think, in the early 70s, and there's footage of that somewhere. And someone asked, and he answered. They were very gentlemanlike. Very back in the day, the relationships were very good between the press and the media. And he answered as a gentleman, goes, "Oh, okay." And he didn't hesitate at all. I'm pretty sure Pete Rozelle didn't like that question asked and answered, but he gave it out. It was pretty funny. But anyway, that'll do it here on the show. Any closing thoughts from anyone?
Make it a winning one.
That's it. Gonna wave goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony